They say when you die, you see a light, a tunnel, a feeling of peace. But what if that's a lie? What if death isn't an escape, but an entry into something far worse? Noah Carter never feared dying, until the night he did. And when he woke up on the other side, the afterlife was nothing like he had been told. There was no light, no warmth, only darkness, and something in it was waiting for him. The accident happened so fast. One moment he was stepping off the curb, checking his phone. The next, headlights, a screech of tires, and an unbearable impact. Then, silence. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't lying on the pavement. He was standing in a vast, empty city. The buildings stretched endlessly, their windows hollow and black. The sky above was neither day nor night, but a swirling gray, pulsing like a dying heartbeat. The air was thick, carrying a scent he couldn't place, damp earth and something metallic, like rusted iron. Noah. The voice sent ice through his veins. He turned sharply. A man stood in the distance, or at least something that looked like a man. Its face was blurred, shifting like smoke. Its hands twitched unnaturally at its sides. And though it had no eyes, Noah could feel it watching him. "You're early," it whispered. Noah took a step back. "Where am I?" A pause, then, "Between." Before he could ask what that meant, the ground trembled beneath him. A distant sound rose through the silence, a low, guttural growl. The thing tilted its head. "They've found you." Noah's pulse thundered. "Who?" But he didn't have to wait for an answer. From the shadows of the buildings, figures began to emerge. Their forms were wrong, twisted limbs, faces stretched too long, bodies moving in unnatural, jerking motions. Their hollow eyes locked onto him, mouths opening in silent screams. "Run!" The word wasn't spoken, it was in him, a command written into his bones. Noah turned and sprinted. The city warped around him as he ran, streets shifting, doors appearing and vanishing like a cruel game. The things behind him moved fast, too fast. Their footsteps echoed, multiplying. Up ahead, a single red door flickered in and out of existence. Noah pushed himself harder, lungs burning, feet barely touching the ground. He reached for the handle. A hand shot out from the darkness, grabbing his wrist. Cold, so cold it burned. He screamed, struggling, but the grip was iron. The faceless man from before loomed over him now, its form distorting like a reflection in shattered glass. "You don't belong here," it said. Noah gasped. "Then send me back." A pause, a flicker of something unreadable in its shifting face. Then, it shoved him through the door. Darkness swallowed him whole. Noah's eyes flew open. A bright hospital light burned above him. Machines beeped. A doctor's voice called out in shock. He was alive. But as he sat up, gasping, hands shaking, he felt it. Something was still with him, watching, waiting. And he knew, death hadn't let him go. It had only given him a head start.